House of Cards delays, James Cameron rethinking Avatar 4 and 5, and one hell of a trailer. This and more on your F-Word Weekly News Roundup. What's going on, guys? It's G from the F-Word here for your Weekly News Roundup. Some stuff went down, but before we get to that, if you haven't got a chance to check it out, I got to interview Emerson Ziffel. He brought Krampus to life for the big screen. That's right, the movie Krampus that came out 2 years ago. They did Wolf Cop about 2014-ish, and then another Wolf Cop, the sequel, is out now. Go check it out. So if you haven't had a chance to see that interview, it's up on the channel. I'll put it on my Twitter at the FWordsG, and I'll also put it in the description below. So check it out. The dude's just an awesome guy to just chill with, talk to, and we have our coffee, we have our scotch, and we had a great time. So I want to thank Emerson for coming on. Pretty much the coolest thing I've gotten to do so far. If you like sports, and I know most of you do, if you like funny banter, which I know most of you do, and you haven't checked out Real Locker Room Talk, you guys have to go check this podcast out. These guys are hilarious. Dimitri and Mitch are just the new voice for sports. I'm putting it out right now. See, for a guy like me who doesn't look at sports the way other people do, it is super easy to get into. They don't go too crazy with statistics and all of that. It's easy to listen to for both sports and non-sports fans, and they're funny as hell. So this is my official shout out from the F-Word to go check out the Real Locker Room Talk. It's on Podbean. You can find it on my Twitter, as I said, at the FWordsG. Also, it's going to be in the description. That's right. I'm putting it in the description of this video so you guys can check out their podcast. Let's get into it. Kevin Spacey's done some stuff. We know it. It's not good. It's not good for him. It's not good for the House of Cards people, which have decided to push production back. I think a couple weeks for sure. They're leading into their 6th and final season. There's going to be no Spacey. They've gotten rid of him. Probably the best decision they could have made, because it does not look good to have a guy accused of the things that he's been accused of as your lead. Robin Wright's going to take over for sure, as she should. And I hope they really dwell into her character a little bit more. So, surprise, surprise for you TV fans. It's going to be a little bit of a while since we get season 6 of House of Cards. But when it does come, I'm pretty sure that it's going to go out swinging. Next, James Cameron decided, I'm not going to do just one Avatar. I'm going to do 4 more. Okay, in a total of 5. The cool thing is with Avatar is that he is going into different realms of Pandora. They're going underwater. They're going high up in the mountains. I don't know where else he's going to go, but it's going to be quite a big undertaking. And everyone's thinking, well, A, do we need this? And B, how is he going to pull it off? He's written all the movies. Before it was a case of, should he do this? But then he decided, no, I'm going to do this. But this week he's also said that, one, he believes he's overwritten. Obviously, you've got 4 movies that you've written. And second of all, he is realistic on the fact that if 2 and 3 don't do well, then 4 and 5 aren't going to come. It's surprising that he's actually thinking that, because before it was just, no, I'm doing it, I'm going forward with it. And it's cool that he's actually taking a step back and being a little bit more realistic to make sure that they're getting the return on the movies. That's the big point. Next, do you like video games? So do I. And have you been noticing there's been a bit of a trend lately? A bad one? A really bad one? Well, EA Sports, it's in the game. Those guys have decided to release their game and make it almost impossible to progress without buying more things from the game. That's right, microtransactions and loot boxes. A lot of games are doing that. My beloved Assassin's Creed franchise have started to do that. I don't like it, and I don't think a lot of people are liking it either. It's spilling into the mobile free-to-play games. And the boycotts are starting. Not only have the boycotts started, EA has lost $3.1 billion because of it. And they should lose more. And as much as I love Ubisoft and their games, you can't keep doing this. The games have already gone up. They're $80. Someone's going to buy the extended stuff. It's going to be about $100. Then they've got to spend another $200, $300, $400 so that they can compete against the whales that are spending money. That's the big one. This is a very, very big one. And parents, if you're watching, your kids play some of these games, specifically Battlefront, Star Wars Battlefront is the hot topic at EA. Make sure they're being careful and make sure you're monitoring that stuff because it can get out of hand real fast and it's pretty much gambling. It is. It's to spend money for the chance for these loot boxes to get what you want and then you just keep pressing that button and hoping to hit that jackpot. And finally, trailer came out. A trailer that's been viewed 230 million times in 24 hours. I accounted for 500,000 of those views myself. Infinity War trailer. Avengers Infinity War. Finally, after we begged and pleaded, and it came out. And it was awesome. I loved it. Loved it, loved it. It's also the beginning of the end for what we know about the Marvel Universe. After Infinity War, there's going to be Avengers 4. Once Avengers 4 hits, it's been stated by Kevin Feige that is the end of the run that started in 2008 with Iron Man. It's going to be a whole different ballgame from there. It's going to be crazy to see the fact that they've gotten this far. They have been pioneering the cinematic universes. They've been crushing almost every single movie they put out, and they just keep getting better. This trailer was pretty awesome. And for those of you who don't think so, I respect your opinion. Even though I think it's wrong. There are some things to be raised. Where's Hawkeye? Where's Ant-Man? Where's Wasp? A lot of key players missing from this trailer. So I'm pretty excited to see what other ones are going to be doing. I hope they don't bog us down too much with too many plot details. I think this is going to be good for a while. It's going to tide us over. And I'm definitely looking forward to this. This is going to be pretty interesting. The fact that they're finally closing out this universe that they've created, the first part of it, and continue on with something else is pretty crazy to think of. Again, 2008. Wrap your heads around that. And also with contracts coming up, there's going to be some people dying. Anyways, that's your weekly news roundup. Again, check out that Emerson Ziffel interview I have. It's in the description. Also, again, another shout out to my boys at the Real Locker Room Talk, Mitch and Dimitri. You guys are killing it. Keep it going. And I can't wait to see when you guys are on YouTube. I'm G. That's your weekly roundup and I am out. Have a great weekend.